Hi everyone. After discussing pushdown automata in the previous topic, we will be discussing Turing Machine for today. So just a brief background, the Turing Machine is or was designed by Alan Turing. Alan Turing is an English mathematician and is widely considered as the father of computer science and artificial intelligence. So I hope that you remember this Alan Turing because tungod niya we have computer science now and as well as kani mga modern computers na to because basically our modern computers sort of marag nakabase siya sa concept sa Turing machine. Also, I think that it's very interesting to note that Alan Turing was one of the people nga nakahelp to end World War II because of his katong iyang na-make nga machine katong Enigma. So Enigma was able to decipher German messages during World War II. So um, because of that, nakahelp ang katong nga machine on how to plan on how to attack the Germans or katong allies sa Germany. Anyway, Turing machine is a general model of computation according to the church Turing thesis. When we say this, basically, according to the church Turing thesis, whatever nga ma-compute or whatever nga ma-solve by any algorithm kay ma-model siya sa Turing machine. Because na may uban problems nga you cannot solve. You do not know if you can solve it or not. Na po uban problems nga dili gini mo ma-solve. So for those problems nga pwede ma-solve or pwede mahimuan og algorithm, it can be modeled using a Turing machine. Same with our computer. So whatever nga atong ginabuhat sa atong computer, it can also be done by a Turing machine because basically a computer is able to compute or yeah, a computer is able to compute algorithms nga na bale. So a basic lang nga kanang parts of a Turing machine. First, we have this oops. Oh, wait, give me a second. Okay. So basic parts of a Turing machine, we have this infinite tape. So on tape, it goes infinitely to the right. And then, so mo na siya, ang kaning infinite nga tape, mao na siya ang kanang basic nga data structure sa Turing machine. And then on that tape, we also have our input symbols. So maka-remember mo katong sa previous na nga discussions kay we also have this something similar to this. We have our input nga string, and naka-write gyapon sa tape. But in this case, sa Turing machine, we have an infinite tape na. And then dito sa infinite tape, naka-write sa beginning sa tape ang input ni mga string. Alright? After as we all know, as the Turing machine is defined, it is an infinite tape. So it's infinite. We ask the question, unsa man ang symbols dito sa dapit sa end sa Turing machine? So we have this special symbol, the blank symbol, to fill up whatever nga katong naa dito sa infinity sa tape. Okay? So first, you have your input. Then after the input, it's followed by an infinite list of blank symbols. Okay? And then we also have our read-write head. Okay? So kaning read-write head na to kay more na siya pointer. It's where you are currently reading the symbols. So for example, kani atong read-write head, it's in cell number 3 and it's reading the input or it's reading the symbol 1. And then this read-write head can move to the left or it can move to the right put, right? And then we also have our control unit. So kaning control unit na to, mo ni siya bali sort of steps. So if you remember our finite state machine, sa una ka to, naalala ko mo. Circle nga na. Sort of ingani. So the control looks like is similar to this one. So we have magbutang-butang ipata nag input and then as well as unsa ang mga actions nga buhaton sa read write head when it's in that input. Okay. Right. Okay. Next. So here are some operations on the tape. Okay, so again, ang tape na to is this one. Okay? So, unsa man ang atong pwede mabuhat sa atong tape? So, first, we have this, read. Read the symbol below the read-write head. So, remember, our read-write head is this one. So, it can read the symbol sa iyang ilalom. In this case, 1. Also, it can write a symbol below the read-write head. So, kani siya ang 1, we can change it to anything. We can change it to, oops, oh no, it's too big. Anyway, we can change it to 0. We can change it to blank. Yan ang input. Okay? And then, the read-write head can also move one step to the left or one step to the right. So, it's possible na kaning read-write head na to, kani siya, maka-move siya dire. Ana. So, bali na siya sa second na cell if we move one step to the left. Or if you want to move one step to the right, then ano siya sa fourth na cell. Move siya bali. Okay. So, our control can be written like this. Kani siya. So, as you can remember, this represents the state. This is just a Q0, then this is Q1. Okay, so we transition from one state to another. And then, the symbol over here, kaning first na symbol, it's the symbol to read. So, i-read na siya sa katong read-write head. In this case, 0. And then, after that is this second symbol, which is the symbol to write. Oops. And after that, your instruction, whether to move the read-write head to the left or move it to the right. Okay? So, interpretation na ani, we can look at the right side. We have, so you basically read 0 and replace it with 1 and move the read-write head to the right. Yan na. All right, so this is the formal definition of a Turing machine. So as usual, we have Q, our set of states. I hope you can still remember it. And then we have a new symbol or a new variable, B, which represents the blank symbol. So usually, ang blank symbol na to kay, oh no, undo. Why it's not undo? Wait. Okay, so the blank symbol is usually kaning space nga symbol. Kani siya. That's usually the blank symbol. Although, pwede po ka makabuot kung sa imong gusto nga blank symbol. Depende sa imo kung unsay sayo na nimo. You can use null nga symbol or I don't know, pwede ra pud nga simple lang nga ingan underscore. Pwede pud question mark if you want. Depende sa imo. Or heart, star. Oh no, how do you draw star? Star. Yan. So yeah, you can use any symbol that you want. The blank symbol. Okay. And then we have sigma, our input alphabet. So atong input alphabet, yeah, ang input na to. Kung unsa atong gusto katong initial na string na to, that's our input alphabet. And then we have okay. So the input alphabet does not, okay? It does not include the kanang blank symbol. Next we have gamma, the tape alphabet. So take note nga dili ni separate concepts ni si input alphabet ug sa tape alphabet. So again, si input alphabet mo na siya sa atong input string kung unsa ang atong initially ibutang sa atong tape. Whereas si tape alphabet, it's another set of symbols nga pwede na to ma-write sa atong tape after na or when we start to process the tape nga nabali. So katong input alphabet, input ra gid siya initially. Mo gina siyang initial nga set of symbols nga pwede nimo gamiton sa imong tape. However, if magsugod na kag process sa tape or sa Turing machine, kay pwede na ka makagamit sa tape alphabet. Usually ang tape alphabet kay gina-use siya to kanang to replace mga input alphabet nga symbols, some of the input alphabet symbols para markers, sort of markers siya. Yeah, I think later we can discuss more about this one, how it is usually done. Anyway, the tape alphabet includes the blank symbol, and the input alphabet is a subset of the tape alphabet. Okay, so sa tape alphabet we have the blank symbol and then the input symbol and other symbols that you want to use, right? And then we have our delta function, which is just a mapping of Q or the states to the tape alphabet, which then produces a mapping of state and another symbol, and the mapping of state, tape alphabet, and the directions of either left or right. Then we have Q0, dili na siya mawala. It is the starting state. Then we have two final states for the Turing machine. We have our accepting state and we have our rejecting state. Okay. Next. Okay. Here we have example number 1. The instruction is that we should crash out every instance of 0. Okay, so by crash out, we mean nga si 0, replacean siya ni x. So for example, kani siya. Example, so if you have string 10010, mahimo na siya 1xx1x. Okay, so yeah, more gid na siya instruction. We want to crash out every instance of 0 sa itong string. Okay, so we can think of the algorithm this way. Okay, let me erase 1 0 0 1 0 and then extending till the end, or I don't know, depends sa imo. Anyway, so we can think of the algorithm this way. We start here, right? And then we read it. Once we read it, we identify if it is 1 or 0. If this is 0, we change it to x. If it is 1, just retain 1 and then move to the right. So again, if 0 ang imong na-read, replace it with x and then move to the right. If 1 ang imong na-read, retain lang ang 1 and then move to the right. So we do the same thing until we reach the end. So how do we know if we reach the end? We will know if we reach the end if we encounter the blank symbol. Okay? Alright. So ingana na na siyang simple algorithm. Ito. Again, read the symbol, and then if 0, replace with x, and move to the right. To the right. So if 1, retain 1, and move to the right. To the right. Repeat until you reach the end. You reach the end. Okay. So, nga na good. So we can write our algorithm this way. So we have our initial state to 0. And then if we read 0, okay. So if we read 0, we replace it with with x, and then we move to the right. Okay. If we read 1, we replace it with 1 and again move to the right. Okay. If we read a blank symbol, we accept it. Okay. If we read a blank symbol, later na lang. Okay. What if empty ang atong string? So if empty ang atong input, we can just accept it. Diretso na. So blank, place it with blank, and yeah, you can move to the right or left. Ikaw na bahala. It doesn't matter actually. Then we accept it. Okay. So here we are in Q1. Then sa Q1 na to, okay, you can just loop, then copy these instructions. Kaning 1 R 0xr. Okay? So basically ang ginabuhat ra gid ani nga block, ang yang ginabuhat kay mura to siya read the symbol, and then if 0, change it to x, move right. If it is 1, just move right until you reach the end. Okay? So if we reach the end, itong blank symbol, okay, so again, we know nga na sa end if we read the blank symbol, okay? So we reach the end, just replace it again with the same blank symbol and then move to the right. So again, it doesn't matter if you move to the right or to the left, because in this kaning sa last nga part, it's because dili naman siya maka-affect sa atong computation, because you're just accepting the kuan naman diretso. You're accepting the string naman. Okay. So, with this kanyang sito ana, control unit or state diagram nato kay mo siya ma-replace na nato ang tanan instances of 0 with x. So let's just say natay input nga 0 1 0 1 1 0 1, then we have blank then okay. So first we read 0, so you all know we are in Q0 and then we read 0. Mahimo na siyang x. Then you move to the right. After moving to the right, you are now in Q1. So while you are in Q1, you read 1 and then you replace 1 with 1. So murag wala ra gyapon hitabo. Then you move to the right. Okay. After moving to the right, you are now in the third cell. Then on the third cell, you are reading 0. Ganun siya. Reading 0 and then you replace it with x and then move to the right. After that, you move to the fourth cell and then you're still in Q1, huh? We're still in Q1. You read 1, replace it with 1, and then move to the right. Again, read 1, replace 1 with 1, and then move to the right. Then we read, no, oh, this should not be erased. No. Oh. Anyway, kani siya. Read 0 and then replace it with x. Then we move to the right. So while we're still in Q1, we read 1, replace it with 1, and then move to the right. So, okay, so nata diri. We now see the blank symbol. So when we see or we read the blank symbol, it means na nata sa ancestry. Then we can just accept na yun or move our state to the accepting state. Na siya. Okay. So example number 2. Okay. Example number 2. Erase the last 3 input symbols. Okay. So for example, if we have the string 101, 1011, whatever. And so what we just want is ma-erase ning last 3, which is kanang 110. Okay? Or in this case, ang ako mga alphabet kay K and O. So I just want to erase the last 3 symbols yapon on a string. So here we have O, K, 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 O. So if we erase these, kaning last 3, na siya, ma-erase. Ang result na din niya kay O and K. Nga na. Okay? So let's formulate our general algorithm. O, K. So this is just an example input string, okay? So one algorithm that I can propose is we from the start of the kanang input na to, we move to the end. So we move here until maka-reach ta sa blank na symbol. Okay? So once we reach the blank na symbol, we can start going back slowly pabalik sa left. Okay? We go back to the left and then erase the symbol na to makita. Erase. And then move again to the left. Erase. Then move to the left. Erase. Nga na. Okay, so I hope you understand the algorithm. So by erasing, I mean na mahimo na silang blank. Yan. Okay. So again, we first so again, from the beginning of the tape, we move to the end until makakita ta og blank symbol. And then once we see a blank symbol, we slowly go back to the left, then erase, left, erase, left, erase. Okay, so tama na to sa third nga symbol nga ito makita because mamaya ito instructions, erase the last three input symbols naman. Okay. So let me just write it down real quick. So algorithm. Move to the end. Move to the end. And then move to the right and erase. And erase. Repeat 3 times. Okay. So we create first our initial state, 0. And then after Anna, we move to the next state, Q1. So ang buhaton ra ni Q0 and Q1 is to move to the right. Yeah. So we can put like 0, 0, right? Okay. So ang reason nga 0, 0 is because it's not 0, it's O. It's O. Okay. So the reason nga nung O kay we do not want to manipulate the input symbols that we have. We just want to go to the rightmost side or to the end. Okay. Then we do the same K, then move to the right. The same thing with Q1. We have O, move to the right, K, move to the right. So this moves our read-write head to the end. So what if makabasa taog blank na symbol? So if we read the blank symbol, it means nga nanata sa end and we should start removing or we should start erasing the symbols. Okay, so this represents this transition represents that. So if we read blank, just replace it with blank and then move to the left. Okay, so kanya kung sa general algorithm, move to the left na siya dapat. Move to the left and erase. Repeat 3 times. Okay. Anyway. So now we're in Q2. So unsa may buhaton ni Q2? So ang buhaton ni Q2 is katong first nga erase. Okay? And then we transition to Q3 for the second erase. So if we read O, we just replace it with blank and then move to the left. If we read K, we replace it with blank and move to the left. Okay. Then Q3 for our second erase, we read O, we replace it with blank and move to the left. If we read K, we replace it with blank and move to the left. Transition to Q4. So, pwede na actually nga after Q4 kay move na ta sa accepting state na to. Kay isa ram ng button ni Q4 which is to erase the third nga symbol. If we replace it with blank and move to the left, or you can move to the right. It doesn't matter na. Okay, mo accept naman ta. And it does not ito do anything or manipulate ang imong input string. Yeah, I just want to move to the left for consistent. Then if we read K, we replace it with blank and move to the left. After that, we accept it. So again, this part moves the read-write head to the right. Okay? And then, this part, muna siyang mag-identify if niabot na ka sa end. So, you know nga niabot na ka sa end if maka-read na ka sa blank na symbol. So, once you read the blank symbol, you start erasing the symbols. So, you erase the first from the last nga symbol. Next, you erase the second from the last nga symbol. And then, third, you erase the third from the last nga symbol. Nga na lang. Okay. However, napani siya limitations nga algorithm. Although, ipakita lang ko more simple way nga kuan ma-use niya. So, the question, dito ba na? Kanang, muna siya yung limitation. So, I'll just pose it like a question. Question. What if there are 0 to 2 input symbols in the tape? Okay. So basically, kani atong algorithm nga atong na-formulate, mag-fail siya if blank ang input or 1 ra ang input or 2 ra ang input. Mag-fail siya. So you can try to fix that. You can extend this algorithm. You can extend this so that ma-accommodate niya ang 0. I mean, kung blank ang input or 1 or 2 symbols lang ang input. So I guess it would also be a good practice for you to do that. Yeah, it's just a challenge for you. Okay. Let's proceed to example number 3. Okay. So the example number 3 asks us to check if a string ends with the word cat. Okay. So I similar ang yung algorithm dito sa previous katong erase the last 3 input symbols. Basically, we still go to the end of the string and then check if gamatch ba ang last 3 nga symbols sa word nga cat. Okay. So say for example, we have the word attack. Okay, so if our read-write head is here at the beginning, we go to the end until makakita ta sa space or sa blank na symbol. After we read the blank symbol, we go to the left. We go to the left and check if the letter is T. If it is a T, we go again to the left and check if it is an A. And then if it is an A, we go to the left again and see if it is a C. Okay, if C siya, then we accept the string. However, if somewhere there is a tulo, kay wrong siya, like dili siya mao nga letter, then we reject the string. Okay, so I hope you followed. Let me write the algorithm. Here is a right side. So go to the end of the string. Okay, and then go left. So if T, then go right. Oh no, go left then. Go left. Else reject. Okay. After ana, if A, go left. Else reject. C, accept. Meaning, nag-end na sa word na cat ang if, if else, reject. Okay. So as usual, we have our starting state, Q0, then go to Q1. So ang trabaho nila is to just go to the end of the string. Basically, then go right to each. Here, if you're in Q1, oops, A, C, K, T. And go to the right. Okay. Alright. If makakita ka og space, then that means na naka sa end. So if naa ka sa end, you go to the left para mag-start na kag-read sa last na symbol. So if you read space, just replace it with space and go to the left. Okay. Then once you are in the left, check if ang symbol kay T. T siya, retain lang ang word, ang meaning ng symbol ng T, and then go left. So, right. However, what if delete T ang end? So, if delete T ang end, meaning wrong na atong string, so we reject it. I'll create a reject state here. We put basically AC and K. AC, K. So doesn't matter if we go to the left or side. I mean, if we go to the left or to the right, because reject naman ta. I'll just go to the left para consistent. Okay. So now we're in Q3. So si Q3 dapat mag-check siya if letter A ang second from the last niya letter. If it's an A, go to the left. If it is not, then reject. That would be CKT. KT. Now we're in Q4. So si Q4 dapat ang iyang mabasan kay letter C. So if C, then we accept the input. Okay, meaning nag-end siya sa word na cat. So if you read C, just replace it with C. You go to the left. Dili C, so meaning wala na siya nag-follow sa itong rule. So we reject it. Okay. KT. Yan na lang. So this control unit or this state diagram na itong gimmick will solve or will solve this problem. So refresher, this block will go to the rightmost side or to the end of the string until makakita siya sa blank. So once makita ka sa blank na symbol, okay, once you see the blank symbol, you proceed with going to the left so that you can check if insakto ba ang end sa string. After ana, we check if the first symbol from the end of the string is T. We also, after that, we check if the second symbol from the end of the string is A. And then lastly, we check if the third symbol from the end of the string is C. If it is C, then you accept the string. So if somewhere dito sa Q2, Q3, and Q4 kay dili mao ang atong gina-expect nga input, then we reject it. Okay. Okay, so example number 4. For this example, I'll just give a general algorithm. I will not show na how to make the Turing machine because you can a lot of videos and resources over the internet. Gapakita naman ani sa iya. So I'll just give you an overview on how to do it so that you can follow those resources over the internet easily. So reverse the string. So say for example we have the word hello. So mo ni siya baling input nasa tong tape for now. So dapat ang after processing the said na na symbol or the tape, I mean, ang result kay dapat OLLEH. Yan na. Sort of yan na. Okay? So actually, it doesn't matter if na-space diya sa kuan sa left sa word. Ang importante kay you form this result. Yan na lang. So, ang pinaka-common nga algorithm or akong nga inyong makita is just so you have a word here, then its space. You basically read the first symbol, okay? It's for the first symbol. And then you transition to a state which records or parang remembers the input that you just read. And after that, you go to the end of this string. And then once makakita kag space, you change the blank symbol to something like murag markers. So Usually, ang ginabuhat kay dollar. Yan na, dollar. Okay. So basically, after ano, okay. Okay. So, after ma-change nimo, oops. So, after ma-change nimo ang blank dito sa tumoy, this some marker that you want, what you do next is you read the next symbol, yung left, which is basically, in our case, it's O. Then you change that symbol to marg imo siyang i-crash out, but not erase, crash out lang. So we remember nga O siya. Dapat ang imong state kay balo nga O. Then sort of crash out, change it to X. Then you go to the end again of the string, and then change it to O. Okay. After ana, you go to the left side until the last symbol before X. So you read nga C siya, I mean L. So you change the L to X. Eraser. You change the L to X. So duha nimo X. And then you go back to the right. And change the symbol, the blank symbol, to L. After ana, you go again to the leftmost side until the last symbol before X. So naka-read na po tag L. So we go back to the rightmost side and change it to L. Okay. Kalimot ko. Change din yung L to X. So tulo nakabuka tong X. Okay, so now we are in this symbol. So we go again to the leftmost side until we see the last symbol before X, which is E. And then in our state, we remember the last symbol nga itong na-read. Then we erase it, change it to X, and then go to the rightmost nga side. So from here, we go here, then erase it, change it to E. After that, you go back again to the leftmost side before X, which is H. So you remember H in your state, change it to X, and then you go back to the rightmost side again, the last yang symbol, then change it to H. Yan na. So after that, you go back na pod. You go back to the leftmost side and change the dollar symbol and then the X to blanks. Itong dollar may siyang blank, O, L, L, E, and H may blank. So now you are left with the reverse. Nga na ang general algorithm sa reversing a string. Okay. Next example. Check if string is a palindrome with the form word concatenated with the reverse of the word. Basically, if we have the word hello, then concatenate din siya sa iyong reverse. Nga na, so we have to check if sakto ba na, or if it's a palindrome. Then if it's not a palindrome, then we reject it. So similar gyapon siya sa example number 4. Ang general algorithm, bali mag baylo-baylo gyapon ka. Balhin-balhin. I mean, swap. Yan. Okay. Erase this. And create bigger. Oh. Okay, so unsa may general algorithm on how we check this? First, you look at your first symbol. So it's an H. And then sa imong state, parang you record or you remember that it's an H. And then change it to another representation of itself para dili na to siya ma-read again the next time. So what I like to do is change it to yung bigger capital lettering counterpart. So if we read small h, we change it to big H. Yan. Then after that, we go to the rightmost na side. Go to the rightmost until makita tag space. So if makita tag space, we go to the left. We go to the left and read the symbol. So dapat mag-expect ta nga ang kani siya nga symbol kay small h. Dapat. Okay? So if it is a small h, we can change it to kaning big H just to mark it. Yan na. Okay? So now, naka-match na silang duha. Actually, pwede pod nga, okay, so let me undo everything na akong gibuhat. If dili mo ganahan mag-mark, we can do erasing. Okay? So basically, what siya, we read H and then we remember or ang imong state or imong size, imong algorithm, dapat iyang ma-remember na H ang symbol nga na-read. And then you change that to blank. Okay, change that to blank. And then go to the rightmost side. Makita ang blank, then go to the left. And then if it is an H, you change it to blank again. So meaning nag-match silang duha. If wala nag-match, sa imong gi-expect, then you reject the string. Okay, after changing it to blank, you go back to the leftmost na side. Go back to the leftmost na side. until makakita ka og space. So once makakita kag space, go to the right. Then you remember the string, the symbol that you just read. In this case, it's E. Then change it to blank. Then go to the rightmost na side until makita kag blank. If makita kag blank, go one step to the left. Then you expect that it is an E ang imong mabasa. So in this case, we see an E. It matches with our expectations, and then you change it to space. Okay. After ana, you go to the leftmost side, then makita kag space. Then go one step to the right, record or remember the symbol that you just read, and then go to the rightmost, then makita kag space, and go to the left, then gamatch man sila, L, oops, there should be space, blank. So since kita kag L, change it to blank. Yan na. Okay. Right. So next, you go again to the leftmost side and then makita kag space. If makita kag space, read the next symbol to the right. Remember that it is an L. Then change it to space. Go to the rightmost nga part. Then makita kag space. And then go to the left one time. And then you should expect the same symbol. Change it to blank. So again, if dili magmatch ang imong symbols, then you simply reject the string. Just go to the reject state. Okay. So next, you go to the leftmost side, get space, go to the right one step, and then recall the symbol that you just read, change it to blank, go to the rightmost side, go to the left, then dapat mag-match sila. If mag-match, change it to blank. Yan na. It matches. So, narata dire. So, you go to the right. So now we identify if manabatag check sa whole na string. Okay. So if you go to the right, kita kag blank. If you go to the left, kita na kag blank. So meaning, wala na tayo lain input nga ma-read. So that means na-process ng whole na string na to. Then by this time, dapat naka-transition na ka sa accept nga state. So here I have a challenge for you. So kato sa example number 4 and number 5, you can just research Google or YouTube saan nila pagporma ang ilang state diagram to answer those problems. So again, I'm just giving you a general concept on how those algorithms work. So now I have a challenge for you. Only one. Para maka-try pag mo by your own self. So basically, it's just adding two numbers. adding two binary numbers. So, ang input sa atong tape kay ang first number, input kay first number in binary, followed by a plus, then followed by the second number in binary. Okay, so an example, 101101 plus 110100. Yan na. So this is just an example input sa atong tape. So, ang suggest na ko nga algorithm ngayon button kay maghimo mo another special symbol here, maybe dollar. Yan na. And then you start adding the two numbers. Kani siya. Yan na. Then store the result diri. Then you have to remember if na carry or wala. After that, the next numbers plus the carry, then store the result to the next cell, so on and so forth. Yan na. Ito yung maabot mo sa tumoy. After ana, you reverse the result. So it's expected nga ang inyong result kinadiri. Result. Expected nga na ang result dire. Okay? But as you have noticed, bali ang result. So dapat you have to reverse it afterwards. Reverse the result. If after you reverse it, diha na sa next. Reverse the result. Okay? So ang answer balik kay muna siyang answer. Na. Okay. So I hope naka-follow ra mo. So again, generally ang algorithm kay you add the last two digits of each number and then put the result at the end of the string. Then after that, kay i-reverse nimo ang answer. Okay? And then you erase katong equation dito sa leftmost nga side para ang answer lang ang mabilin. Nga na lang, simple. So it's just parang combination lang siya sa previous nga examples nako. Okay? So that's it for Turing Machine. Okay. Another thing. So I want you to also research on the life and works